Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new league racing video. This is a one-off race that I'm doing. PSGL has organized this, and as you guys know, the season has ended of PSGL, but yeah, this is kind of like an esports invitational race where all kinds of F1 esports drivers get invited just to do a one-off race and do a bit more practice, have a bit of fun. It's not too serious. So we're going to be starting from last place and see or try to overtake as many people as possible on track. So that means we're going to go long into the first stint and then try and overtake as many people as possible before the end of the race. So as you can see there, starting P20 on the hard, we've got Barry Bormand, our championship rival from last season, ahead of us, together with Nicolas Longe. They are both on the mediums, and as you can see, I'm in Brackley at the moment. One of the reasons there have been such little uploads on YouTube, together with some other issues that my editor Ethan had, some private issues. So sorry there's been a lack of content, but it was just the circumstances that were a bit unlucky and made me not be able to upload a lot. So back to the race we go. I've taken it very carefully, as you can see. Just making sure that we keep our nose clean, not get damaged in this opening lap, because that will basically mean the end of the race for us. Mirko, I think, got damage on the opening lap, and that's why we've managed to get past him. Our teammate Danny Bresnik did do qualifying. Jake Benham did do qualifying as well. Danny Bresnik got pole position, but I think he had a wheel issue on the opening lap and lost quite a few positions. So I think he's around P10 at the moment, as Ismail Fassi goes side by side with Jerry van Bussel. That sounds very Dutch, and I'm sure that Jerry is Dutch. I think he comes from the PlayStation side, as two people dive into the box, I think both for wing damage. And into turn one we're going to go have a little look down the inside of Alvaro Carreton, almost a double overtake. We leave the space on the outside and try to get a switch back here, but of course we would have to go around the outside and run a lot more distance. Again, on the attack we go into turn 4. Can't quite pull it off yet though, and we have to back out of that one, but we're up to P15, which is a very good start considering we took it so carefully and considering we're in the hard. You can see that Barry on the mediums only 2 positions ahead of us, and Alvaro also did not do qualifying, I think, so started around P17, right ahead of us on the hards as well. There are some mixed strategy ahead of us, some people on the softs, and as you might know, some people on the mediums. And yeah, they might be boxing earlier, so we are gonna have to overtake all of these cars on track. We're not going for an undercut. We want to have some fun this race. And
give me some updates on
yep. Give me some updates on tires, I wanted to say, but yeah, you cannot hear my engineer's races like other league races. We decided to kind of cover that off and make sure that all the teams couldn't hear what we were discussing on stream, as I decided to have a little go around the outside of Alvaro there, but couldn't quite pull it off. There's not a lot of grip on the outside there, and I couldn't really make that move. Now we have to go defensive from Ismail Fassi, who tries to go around the outside as well, but again, not enough grip there to pull that move off, as Barry, I think, is definitely into the top 10 now, or around the top 10. We haven't really made any moves because we do not have that grip advantage, of course. We're going to have that grip advantage later on in this race. And now we have got a full battery again. And we can start maybe going on the attack towards Alvaro Carreton and our teammate Danny Bresnik.
Yeah.
As Jake next to me.
Jake is having fun.
Really gonna try to play again?
I think Jake had a little moment with someone. I'm not sure with who, because he is too far up front to really see what is going on. As Alvaro goes for a move down the inside, squeezes Tamas a little bit wide, and I saw my opportunity to go for the move. Had to make a very late decision there to go down the inside. I think Tamas didn't fight it too hard there. It's of course going through a flat out kink, and you're not sure what the car head is gonna do, what line he's gonna take. So you have to make a late decision if you go for a move there, and that's what I did. And now we're going to go in the attack in lap 12 and Alvaro Carreton. The gap was quite big, but I decided, you know what, we've got 100% battery anyway. I'm gonna go for the move. 337 kph into turn 1. We're gonna go around the outside, brake deep, even have a little look at our teammate Danny, but we are too far behind to even think about going for a move into turn 2 there. So having to use a bit more ERS there to just make sure that Alvaro was not going to go straight away back at us. And now we have to recharge our battery again a little bit in the coming laps to maybe have another few goes. Although the pit window has opened now to go even on the mediums, I think so. I think it's possible to go from softs onto mediums at this point, or from hards onto mediums. So that's going to be interesting to see if we're going to see some people boxing in lap 13, 14. But yeah, a lot of people going long. As you can see, Barry and Nico are still out on track as well. And I think they might be going for medium soft strategy. So they are basically driving the whole race on softer compounds than us. But they are a lot more restricted with what lap they want to box. So now we're going to go on the attack on Philip Preachnader into turn 1. We're going to go down the inside. As Danny is in P10 as well. We have a little moment with Philip there, as Philip wanted to go down the inside of Danny. Yeah, we managed to pull the move off nonetheless. And into P11 we go. Lap 19 now. You can see some people ahead of us boxing. I decided to stay out, as I did not want to follow my teammate Danny Bresnian. And I decided to stay out. And as you can see there, Max Wissel and Jake Benham, our teammate, up ahead, as I had to push quite hard here to make sure I was going to get DRS, and I think it must have been close by a few thousands that we actually made it, because the delta in the top left actually said that we were over a second on the DRS detection. Now end of lap 21, I decided to box, as the guys ahead of me did the same, and we're going to go onto the mediums here. Now we might get an undercut on some people ahead, because as I said before, some people are going for a medium soft strategy, but doing 15 laps on soft is possible. It's just a big stretch, and I'm not sure if you can actually have good pace until the very end of the race on that strategy. So 15 qualifying laps for us here, as the mediums easily make it from here. We can just push flat out and go for a move. So cold tires, of course. We're going to come out in completely clear air, as I think the leading group just went through turn 4, so they are quite far ahead, but we got the tire advantage. Now we just need to make the moves as well. Our teammate Jake Benham, of course, ahead of us, and he has that fresh tire advantage as well, but he's just slightly further up. So lap 28 now. It took us quite a while to catch up, obviously, because we've got a fresher tire advantage, but it takes a while to catch up to all those cars. As Dylan Warren on those Wars tires, struggling for traction. We've got Shanaka Clay on a fresher set of mediums compared to us, and decided, you know what, we're gonna go for a move on Max Wissel as well, but slightly too far behind there to send it. Probably would have ended in tears if I did go for that. Now Shanaka Clay on a slightly newer set of mediums compared to us, and then it's Barry Borman behind him on an even newer set of softs. As I said, they went for a completely different strategy, but you're so much more restricted with pit lap.
Oh my god,
it makes it very tough to make the strategy work. Now I'm gonna go on the attack on Max Wissel. We go around the outside into turn 1. Danny stays down the inside to cover off Max Wissel around the outside here, and that is up to P8 we go. And that's another position on track gained. Apart from, I think, Barry and Nicolas Longue, we've actually not overtaken anyone in the pits. We've made all the moves on track, and that's why I decided to go long on this strategy and have some fun. I think a lot of other people had the same mindset. As you can see, Barry behind us going for a move, having a little look on Shanaka Clay as well, because his softs are starting to drop off, of course, as Barry sends it down the inside of Shanaka. He has to make those moves because his softs, compared to those mediums, are dropping off more lap time wise, of course, as we actually had to watch out there. We almost got swiped, as was a bit carnage back there. So onto the race we go again. Ahead of us, behind us has been carnage. We need to focus on making moves ahead of us now. Fabrizio Donoso on the soft, so he might be struggling there. You can see actually in the last corner he had quite a big slide, and that definitely cost him quite a bit of time. So that gives us the opportunity to maybe have a little look into turn 1. Nicolas Longe behind us is pushing his ERS as well, and we had to use a bit there to defend as Nicolas sends it down the inside. I could have turned in there, but I want to finish this race as Fab and Danny Bresnay had a bit of a moment there through turn 1-2, and I said, you know what, we are gonna go for the move as I swiped Fabrizio slightly there, so I made sure I gave him enough space into turn 4 in case I did put him off for the braking zone. Through the long right hander we go, and that's our move done and dusted. Up to P7 we go. We don't have a lot of ERS to play with anymore, and it's looking quite unlikely that we're gonna make any more moves in this race unless there's gonna be some carnage up front. Brazil is quite known for it being quite hard to make on-track moves, so that's why I wanted to do this strategy, just have some fun, some preparation for Avon Esports coming up, trying to make as many moves on track as possible on a track where it's just so hard to overtake. As you can see there, not using any of my battery on this final lap, as I just want to save it in case Nicolas has a lot of battery for that final straight. As you guys might remember, PSGO, I lost the race win on the final lap on that final straight because I didn't have any remaining ERS. I basically had to fight off Barry in this wall straight right here, and in the middle sector because we didn't have the tires left. But it seems like we have a lot more tires left than back then compared to Nicolas. So of course his softs only dropping off more and more, and my back end is sliding around as well. So is Danny's, who boxed a few laps earlier and got more track position to us. We ended up exactly at the same spot again, just ahead of some other people. So good strategy today on that terms, and a good race, a very clean race in my opinion. Not really any major incidents. Yeah, it was fun. This was kind of our final preparation for Avon Esports. I might do some more Fun League races after this. And yeah, as I said, might do some more Fun League races. There's an Ironman League that Danny does as we get the driver of the day there, starting from P20 up to P7. Good race. There's an Ironman League that our teammate Danny Bresnay participates in. It's a 100% league race, and dynamic weather. Yeah, usually loads of safety cars, loads of chaos. You don't know the track before you go into it, which makes it a lot more fun in my opinion, because you don't have the time to endlessly practice for it. And in the middle of the Avon Esports season, that is just perfect, you know. You don't have to practice a track non-stop, or others don't have the time to practice for it, which is just great for us esports guys to participate in, because then we can just keep focusing on esports, you know. So I'm definitely going to be doing those in the future. I've already done one actually. Just need to still edit it and upload it. Loads more content coming in the coming few weeks. Sorry, again, there was barely any content in the past few days. As I said, the circumstances didn't allow me and Ethan to do anything. So loads more coming. Make sure to like and subscribe for league racing content, and see you guys next time. Ciao.